Today we're doing back, and again, just going to be looking at his movement patterns, looking at the way he's training, and just seeing how we can put more, get more of his lat recruitment and take it out of his teres. So yeah, we'll just basically be going through some movements. We're going to be picking exercises that he has access to at his gym. Obviously here at Pure Muscle and Fitness, we have so much great equipment, but since he's down here for a short period of time, you know, I want him to be able to go back home and be able to apply this stuff. So there's no point in picking unique pieces of equipment that he doesn't have access to.
This is ascension. Lift up to a new dimension. This is ascension.
So this is the second off-season, second year. Bhuwan and I have worked together collectively with Ryan. Ryan from Zero Gravity does all his pre-contest. You worked with Ryan since what, the beginning?
Yeah, since 2018.
Yeah, 2018?
Yeah.
So yeah, we collectively work together, we communicate. I do his off seasons, focusing on bringing up weak body parts, focusing on, you know, just making improvements. And then Ryan has a ton of experience with Bhuwan pre-contest, getting him peeled. And Ryan is a men's physique expert. So Ryan takes over when Bhuwan's about 12 weeks out, and then we'll dial him in for the shows. So yeah, this will be our second year working together. Last year he made great improvements. So we're definitely excited about the whole process. So when you're setting up in here, Bhuwan, get in here,
yeah.
First you want to look at, like, so the lats, for example. In order to keep it in the lat, we need to, you know, externally rotate so the biceps are always focused forward. Okay. So when your bicep, even if your hand is like this or it's like this, your bicep is forward. The second your arm starts doing this and the bicep faces that way, you're bringing your teres into it, you're taking it off the lats.
Okay,
so you have to determine, everyone's range of motion is different. To get full length out of the lat, you're gonna protract. So that means we're gonna push away towards the machine, go up as high as possible until this bicep starts to rotate internally. So you can go about right there.
Yeah.
If you go any higher than that, what's gonna happen is you're gonna take the teres.
Okay.
So now we look at this angle, and now we can slightly back up.
Yeah.
And then that's gonna be our starting position. We're gonna just keep it in there to stay in the lat. Now, if you wanted to do a full range of motion, it's not necessarily called full range of motion. That's full range of motion for the lats.
For the
full range of motion of the actual exercise or machine, you can go all the way up. You're bringing your teres, you're bringing your rear delts, you're bringing your biceps. Yeah. But like if we're focused on, hey, we want to isolate our lats, then that's, you know. So we'll sort of focus on that today. Some cues here when you're using these handles, the prime handles, you want to drive your palm hard into the actual grip. And yeah, you'll see the angle. I'll slightly angle backwards. You'll stay fixed. And as we're doing the negative, we're protracting, we're reaching, and then it's a big arc. You're pulling down, arcing it, and keeping that bicep internally, you know, externally rotated, facing forward. When we're doing the negative, we're letting it pull out, protracting, and stretch the lat. It's not going up, it's going out and around like an arc. Right, we're letting that lat take it, fully lengthen, stretch. So let's get set first. So let's come back to about right, squeeze down the core, right there. That's your starting position. Where those biceps are facing here, yes, right there. Just use the muscle. Just isolate that muscle. On the way up, protract, push. Let it lengthen, fully lengthen, yes. Fully lengthen. Semicircle, squeeze lat. Good. Isolating them. And I mean, some people prefer to do like single arms.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of hold them both, do one at a time.
Yeah,
right?
That's how I warm up usually.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably feel it more with one arm.
Yeah.
Because of just how like it is, like easy to like focus.
Yep. Yeah, we'll do a couple sets. We'll go to one arm.
Yeah, like once we're done with like.
And when you're doing one arm here, so what you want to picture is on the way up. Don't let your body take you come up. Almost picture even when you're doing one arm. So when this arm's up like this, picture there's a pad here. Okay. Or someone's pushing you. Yeah. And you're letting your lat wrap around it. So it's like I'm doing this, protracting, and there's something stopping me. So you're getting full stretch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. keep that form
Yeah,
straight.
exactly.
And then squeeze it. Okay.
Because the back's so big, I usually do about 5 exercises. And depending, sometimes I'll focus on, you know, lats, I'll throw in some rhomboid work, throw in some upper back, teres. So today I just want to like this workout and workout selection. It might not be like ideal or something I'd recommend him to be able to do every workout, because he's going to incorporate a lot more like, you know, dumbbell rows and stuff like that. But I just want to be able to show him some exercises and cues and get it across to him what to focus on, what to apply, so that he can then apply those to other movements. So again, just trying to stick to equipment that he has access to in his gym. You have the hammer strength seated row? The higher, the seated one, or just the low?
Yeah, we have this one.
Yeah, you have that one too? This would be a good, like that's a good exercise to start with for activation of the lat. This is another one. You can kind of choose between them. The reason why I chose this is because I'm trying to simulate the Nautilus row over there, plate loaded. So this would be a similar movement that you could do to really isolate the lat and take everything else out of it.
Okay.
So I haven't used this because I use that over there.
Yeah.
But judging by the mechanics of it, I think this will be an easy one. So with that handle, try not to palm it. Try to keep it in the fingers. Yeah. Grab it in the hand. That wrist is gonna stay straight like this. We don't want any like this way.
Yeah.
We're gonna stand really tall, elevate as if something's pulling us, like a chain is pulling us up. So we're standing very, very tall. And that arm, again, something's here.
Yeah.
Wrapping us around it, but not wrapping us around like this.
Okay.
We're staying straight and we're letting it pull the lat.
Okay.
And as we row in, we're keep downward pressure and row low, right to here. Any more than this, I'm gonna start throwing teres and other muscles into it.
Okay.
And we're putting most of the pressure in this foot. Okay. This foot and this hip is taking it all.
Okay.
Again, that bicep is flipped up as much as possible. Another cue too is like that shoulder. A lot of people, when they row, they have a tendency to want to be up here. So always like focus on
down,
driving that down,
Yeah.
and to fully contract the back and get it out of the teres, to focus on like doing this motion, really opening up.
Yeah.
Because the top of the insertion of the lat and the low lat, you're trying to bring them as close as possible together.
Okay.
So the way to do that is, if we're here, to get extra contraction, it would be like this, downwards. So again, putting all that pressure through that foot, stand nice and tall, right? Turn that bicep in, boom. Good. Crunch down the abs, and let it pull and open. Really protract it. Pull, yes. Pull low. Elbow in, close to the body. Good. 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 Less body roll. Keep the body here. Only move the lat. Good. Open it up. Contract. Good job. When you're doing other movements, you can, you'll have that connection where you'll be like, oh, okay. I remember that feeling or that, you know what I mean? Same thing if we're doing a dumbbell row, just like how you're applying all that pressure on that foot. Yeah. If I'm doing a dumbbell row and I'm bent over, all that weight should be on this foot and this hip, you know, and I'm driving. Yeah. And that wrist straight. Yeah. So it's like similar principles, right? Okay. Like it's a smooth movement. And hey, if I can only come to here, that's all I got left. Okay. So I'm gonna work in this range. Okay. You know what I mean? Until I can't do it no more. Okay. I'm not gonna use other muscles or momentum or. Yeah. It's not, you know.
What about force reps?
With force reps, yeah, I think it's a good technique. That's
Yeah.
an advanced technique
Yeah.
that once you have this stuff and you're
Yeah.
locked in, if you're able to do these reps
Yeah.
that are really isolated, if
Yeah.
we're targeting that muscle, and then someone can help you without you cheating or using body weight.
Yeah.
There's no point in doing a force rep if you're already cheating anyways.
Yeah,
And
that's
you,
true.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
You just have to. I
Yeah.
feel like, to me, over the last 1 year, I feel like that's the best intensity technique. The reason
Yeah.
being, if you can really like keep your form super strict, that 10, 15, 20% push
Yes.
is only helping you because you're not using any
Yeah.
assistant muscle, right? So you're so strict,
Yes.
but it's when like it's not about getting more reps from the force reps. It's about getting that one last
Stimulation.
stimulation, so you can get that just.
And
a little
that's
bit
why
enough.
we call it an advanced technique, because it's like right now,
Yeah.
when you're trying to like, we have to go a couple steps backwards
Yeah,
to break
to
bad
learn.
habits.
True.
To make this now become like this is our new normal,
Yeah.
or like, you know,
way of training.
yeah, and now as the weeks go on,
Yeah.
with these new principles, you're going to be able to get stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
And then once you get stronger, we can now apply
Now you can-
advanced
yeah,
techniques.
true.
You know what I mean? Okay, so on this movement here, we're going to be doing underhand. Again, Bhuwan has this machine at his gym. So when we're in here, again, we want to utilize this pad. So driving force through our feet, to our knees, through this pad. We're going to utilize this chest supported pad. We're going to lean into it. We're actually going to squeeze down on the core a little bit. And when we're doing this movement, we're looking at the arc. It's a circular motion, it's an arc. So we're gonna ride that out. And when we're doing it, we're gonna, as much as we can, externally rotate to keep it in the lat. And biceps are gonna be facing up, upwards. When we're coming up, we're protracting, so it's pulling towards the mirror as high as we can, keeping it in the lat, and then pulling over, so like so. Yeah, don't round too much, just stand nice and tall.
Okay.
And keep your core tight and breathe up into your chest. And put your heels on the ground, because it all starts in the heels. Tighten this so you can drive force through quads into this. Good. Good. Stop right there for you. Good. So this machine here for Bhuwan's mechanics, when we're looking at the arc, it's a little bit too much like this range. We want him to get that more full semicircle and around. So that's what I mean, different machines work with different people's mechanics. Like ideally, I wish that seat was further back. We could adjust it, so then you can create more stretch. It works for me, but reviewing him and what it's hitting, it's just not targeting, it's not working best with his mechanics. So we're gonna move on to a cable that he can do at his gym.
This is why exercise selection is so important for every individual. Like, not just do
What your favorite bodybuilder
workout,
does.
One workout fits everyone.
Yeah.
I've realized it over the years, and especially now more so, especially like different equipment, different machines. When you have a pull down of hammer strength, Hoist, Panada, Atlantis, it just makes so much more difference. Each machine is feeling different.
Yeah.
So
Like the perfect one, there's a Panada one on the other side that we have,
Yeah.
like this. And I know you like that one, but
Yeah.
there's another one where you can adjust the pad and create
like
even more depth.
Even more like kind of stretch.
Yeah, like we could do it, but the problem
Yeah.
is you can't.
I don't have that, right?
It's not gonna benefit you.
So for people who don't have like such, equipment, like so many variety of machines,
Utilize cables and
different angles of cables. Like just
Yeah.
because some person is doing it at a very high level, doesn't mean you need to do at the same high.
Yeah.
Same thing that goes for chest flies. I see a lot of people doing like the high cable flies, super high, right? Well, it works from some people, but for some people you need it actually probably just a
Yeah.
little bit higher than shoulder.
Everyone's mechanics.
Same logic. It's like some mechanics are different.
Yeah.
And I've been trying for almost 2 months to do it on this. I just never feel my lat as
yeah.
much.
As soon as you're doing it, I was like, it's
Not the same. And then I
Yeah.
see all the people who advocate using that machine.
They're short.
So much higher.
They're
Like even
probably
Dorian
short.
Yates used to advocate that machine. I'm like, I don't feel my lats as much
Yeah.
as on that. Like, why am I not feeling
you know,
it?
you're what, 5'11", 6 foot,
6 foot. So it's like,
long limbed.
it's not allowing me. And because my
No.
arms are long and then just how my body works,
Yeah.
I feel so much more like in anything that has a little bit more stretch.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do.
We'll utilize
you guys
that.
have this one. I've used this one. This is definitely
Yeah.
sick.
Go to the cable. So when we're assessing the height here, again, we're trying to keep that bicep facing upwards. If I go any higher than, you know what, we can go one higher. long as that bicep, because we have this angle of pathway, it's easy to keep that bicep externally rotated. Use our arm here, and then we can drive down. And that wrist, we want to keep that wrist this same position the whole time. We don't want any of this. Downwards pressure. I'm picturing myself pushing this down and back. Yeah, that's perfect, man. That shoulder's staying nice and down hard, and you're almost dragging it as if it's on a track, really low, right? And when you let it out, again, it's on that track and it's semicircle, scooping up and under the lat. Yes. Remember, when you start failing, working that smaller range of motion. Yes. All the way up. To there and there. There and there. But keep that bicep. Good. All my weight is in that foot and is in this hip. I'm pushing that hip out in the glute. So it's like all the weight is in the heel, hip, wrist. I'm pulling actually like a little bit downwards with the pinky. Keeping that elbow tucked to the body as much as possible, driving the elbow back. We're taking out momentum. Yeah, all that weight is in here. It's in here. Yes, and row. Yes. Good. Good. Good job. This is your movement. This is great. Perfect. He's getting great activation in his back. It's very fluent. Good. Good. That's good, man. It's a natural
Different
movement.
with the legs.
So you gotta take any twisting. Because when you're here, what happens is, now we have like, people have a tendency to wanna move around. So when we're here and this hip's here, it's keeping the movement more isolated. So you're forced to have to contract the lat.
I usually do it, I don't do it like that way. I usually just keep both legs like that.
Yep.
And then.
That's fine too.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing this.
If you like to do that, if you're doing this, when you do it, again,
more weight on the.
Weight's here.
Yeah.
Right? You can still do this, but weight's just all glute.
Because I feel even when you're doing two legs like together, your form is so strict, you can't really cheat because
same idea when you're doing the seated row. Both of our feet are there. There's more force in the one.
You can't cheat.
No, it's totally fine.
This way is like, I get.
Yeah, you're putting so
but
much.
Like even though I'm tall, like this, just feels like so much. And automatically your force goes. Like I'm thinking about how I do it, and like automatically your force is on your other leg more.
You must be a good bent over rower too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You tell.
Like bent over rows, I can easily do like 3.5 plates.
Yeah.
Like
and
rows,
you can keep it low, keep it down.
It's like actual
shoulders
like
are out
low
of it.
and down. I think that's why like it really helps me to do it like that too. Because my middle back is always like raised.
And that those same cues, right? When you're doing the bent over row, obviously the weight is in both legs.
Yeah.
Glutes,
it's glutes,
pulling,
everything.
And then, right? Once you know the cues, it's like,
you can just do anything.
Yeah. So a lot of the exercises that we've been showing you guys today are a lot of lat focused because that's what Bhuwan's focused on today. I want to show you guys this exercise. Not everyone has access to this, but you can manipulate this and use this on a lat pull down, whatever, double axle. So we're going to be hitting upper back and teres. And the difference is, watch, we're going to sit a little more upright. We're going to let our elbows flare out to the sides. So instead of staying like this, which we were before for lat, we're now upright and the arms are being flared out. So still downward pressure on these handles, but we're up, it's stretching the teres. And when we pull down, we're gonna picture pulling away to our sides with our pinkies. So we're here and we're pulling out. Up, we're pulling out. Sometimes we'll even do like this. Still pulling away from my body. So this is gonna work the upper back, the teres. So if we're looking at Bhuwan's back here, turn around. So this is his teres in here. He's very dominant here. The lat starts about right here and inserts down to here. So it's gonna be working more this muscle here. So when he's upwards, and that gives you a lot of the width too when you do a back double bicep. So that's what this exercise is gonna be targeting when your elbows are now that way instead of in here. So we'll finish with 3 sets of this. So that is the back workout today, guys. Bhuwan's here all week. We're trying to go through each muscle group. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to see more on back activation, there's some videos on my channel working with Eric Seaford, also with Ben Pekulski. So there's plenty of videos to watch for you guys to get inspiration and you know, get yourself better at targeting the muscles you want to.